Why that person can't leave your head. The answer from Buddhist teachings in Zen Buddhism. Have you ever asked yourself, why can't I stop thinking about this person? Maybe it's someone you loved and lost, maybe someone who hurt you deeply, or perhaps someone you barely even know. Yet their face, their words, their presence keep circling inside your mind like a bird that refuses to land. You wake up thinking of them. You fall asleep replaying conversations that may never happen. You walk through your day carrying their ghost on your shoulders. And the strangest part? They might not even know you're thinking about them at all. In Zen Buddhism, this experience is not seen as a curse or a weakness. It is seen as a mirror, reflecting something profound about the nature of your own mind. The mind, according to the Buddha, does not cling to people by accident. It clings because something inside us is still speaking, still searching, still unresolved. The story of the monk and the empty boat. There is an old Zen story that captures this truth beautifully. A monk was crossing a river in a small wooden boat. The morning was peaceful, the water still like glass, reflecting the pale sky. The monk sat in quiet meditation, his oar gently guiding him forward. Suddenly, another boat came drifting toward him through the mist and crashed directly into his. The collision jolted him from his peace. His mind erupted. He shouted across the water, "Watch where you are going! Are you blind? Do you have no respect?" His face flushed red. His heart pounded. Anger consumed him. But when he looked closely through the clearing fog, he realized something that stopped him cold. The boat was empty. No one was steering it. It had simply drifted loose from its mooring. In that single moment, his anger disappeared like smoke, because he understood there was no enemy. There was no one to blame. Only a drifting boat and his own mind creating a story of offense. Zen says the people who stay in our heads are often like that empty boat. We believe they are causing our pain, our longing, our restlessness. But much of what we feel is created inside us, by our thoughts, our fears, our unmet needs. The boat is empty, and we are fighting with phantoms. Attachment is not love. Buddhism makes a powerful and life-changing distinction between love and attachment. Love says, "I wish for your happiness, even if it doesn't include me." Attachment says, "I need you to behave in a way that calms my fear, validates my worth, or completes my story." When someone cannot leave your head, it is rarely because of pure, unconditional love. More often, it is because the mind is holding an unanswered question. Why did they leave? Why didn't they choose me? What did I do wrong? What have I lost? Will I ever feel whole again? The mind hates unfinished stories. It craves closure like a body craves air. So it keeps replaying the same scenes, rehearsing different outcomes, hoping for a different ending that will never come. Zen calls this grasping at echoes, trying to hold on to sounds that have already faded into silence. The teaching of the two arrows. The Buddha taught a parable about two arrows. The first arrow is what happens to you. Someone leaves. Someone betrays you. Someone does not love you back. Someone dies. This arrow causes real, legitimate pain. It strikes the heart. You didn't choose it. But then comes the second arrow, and this one, the Buddha says, you shoot into yourself. I wasn't enough. I will never be loved again. They were the only one who truly understood me. I've ruined everything. I'm unlovable. This second arrow is optional, yet we shoot it into ourselves again and again, often without even realizing it. Here's the truth that Zen reveals. The person in your head is often not the real person. It is a character created by your thoughts, your fears, your projections, and your selective memories. You are not remembering them. You are remembering your version of them. An image constructed from fragments of moments, filtered through longing and regret. The real person is out there somewhere, living their own life, with flaws and contradictions you may have forgotten or never fully knew. But in your mind, they have become something else entirely: a symbol, a savior, a villain, a ghost, the teacup of the mind. Zen masters compare the mind to a teacup. If the cup is already full, no new tea can enter. If your inner world is completely occupied by one person, their voice, their smile, the things they said, the moments you shared, then there is no space for life to arrive. You keep drinking yesterday's tea and wondering why it tastes bitter, why it no longer nourishes you. The problem is not that you think of them. Thoughts come and go naturally like weather. The problem is that you believe every thought. You become tangled in them. You mistake them for reality. Zen does not say, force them out of your mind. It says, sit with the thought without becoming it. Like watching clouds pass through the sky. You don't grab at them, you don't push them away. You simply observe, there is a cloud, and now it moves, and now another one comes. This is the practice of freedom. Why the mind chooses. Certain people Buddhist psychology reveals 3 hidden roots beneath obsessive thinking. 1. Unmet needs. Sometimes we don't actually miss the person. We miss the feeling we hoped they would give us: safety, validation, worth, identity, purpose. We project onto them the role of savior, and when they leave, we feel like we've lost a part of ourselves. 2. The ego's wound. When someone rejects us or abandons us, the ego creates a story to survive the blow. Thinking about them obsessively becomes a strange way of holding ourselves together, of maintaining control, of rehearsing what we could have said or done differently. It gives the illusion that we can still change the outcome. 3. Impermanence. Misunderstood. We were never taught that everything changes. Everything. So when change comes, when someone leaves, when love ends, the mind protests. This should have lasted forever. This was supposed to be different. We cling to what was, blind to what is. The person becomes a symbol for something much deeper inside you, something that was there long before you met them. How Zen frees the heart. A student once asked a Zen master, "How do I let go of someone I cannot stop thinking about?" The master smiled gently and replied, "Do not let go, understand." Zen freedom is not about cutting the person out of your mind with force. It is about seeing clearly what they truly represent. It is about dissolving the illusion, not battling it. Try this inner practice when their image arises. When the thought of them appears, don't chase it and don't fight it. Simply notice with kindness and curiosity. This is a memory. This is a sensation in the chest. This is a tightness in the throat. This is longing. This is fear. This is grief. And then notice this. I am the awareness observing all of this. I am not the story. I am the space in which the story appears. You are not your thoughts. You are the one who notices them. This shift, from being the storm to witnessing the storm, is where freedom begins. The river keeps moving. Imagine standing in a river, trying to hold the same water in your hands. No matter how tightly you grip, it escapes between your fingers. People are like that water. Moments are like that water. Even the version of you who loved them is already gone, dissolved into the flow of time. Suffering comes from asking the river to stop, from demanding that what once was should still be. But the river never stops. It moves with or without your permission. Zen whispers a gentle, liberating truth. Nothing was meant to stay forever. Not the relationship, not the feeling, not even your pain. To resist this is to suffer. To accept this is to find peace. The real question. Instead of endlessly asking, "Why can't I stop thinking about them?" Zen invites you to ask a different, deeper question. What inside me is asking to be healed? Maybe it is loneliness that existed long before they arrived. Maybe it is a need to forgive yourself for being human, for making mistakes. Maybe it is the child inside you still waiting to be chosen, to be seen, to be enough. The person in your mind was only the door. The room, the real work, is your own heart. Returning to yourself. One day, perhaps sooner than you think, the mind will grow quiet. Not because you forced silence or suppressed the feelings, but because understanding replaced resistance. You will realize you were never trapped by a person. You were trapped by a thought about a person. And thoughts, like all things in this world, bow to impermanence. Breathe. Let the image come. Let it pass. Let it come again. Let it pass again. You are not failing at letting go. You are learning how to be free. Final wisdom. If someone cannot leave your head, Zen Buddhism would say this: do not see it as punishment. Do not see it as weakness. See it as a teacher, a profound invitation to stop searching for yourself in others and begin the journey back home to yourself. Because you were always whole. You were always enough. You were always free. You just forgot. And now, gently, with each breath, each moment of awareness, you are beginning to remember. End. May you find peace. May you find yourself. May you be free.